I tend to not do scripted videos. I just get on here and go on the fly. And so, but today what was on my mind is I made a post about just inquiring about where people are as far as their mind, body, and soul connection. And that is what Flourish Wellness is for me, and then also what my impact that I would like to have on other people's lives and translate from my experiences, and hopefully one, either help other people to live in that same way, to tap into their mind, body, and soul in whatever way speaks to them. And also in doing that, maybe try some of the things that I've done in my fitness and health and wellness journey. So today, when I made that post, a fellow entrepreneur posted or commented that she is trying to give herself some grace moving forward, and also to not be so hard on herself. And to me, that resonates as tapping into your soul and feeding your soul what it needs. And then your spirit, right? Your energy that moves throughout the day, and to nourish and take care of that. For me, that it's interesting because I put it out there, and right now I'm kind of teetering with all three, I would say. I have had different moments in my life, chapters, periods, where I've been very focused on one. For example, when I started to kind of seek just growth, and almost out of necessity, though, I was going through some family challenges, coming from, I'll just be honest and put it out there, but in a family of a lot of narcissism, and that stems back from what I know from my grandparents onto my parent, soul parent. My dad has passed away, and he was not in my life most of my life, but having that in our household and family, along with a sibling, and it has just bled over. And I really was at a point where the codependency in our family had brought me down to like an ultimate low, in where I was realizing I was pouring out of a cup that was not full, and I could see it taking a toll on me as well as my family, which, as a solo mom, a single parent, I felt I didn't see it directly, but I knew if it's taking away from me and my energy, that it must also be taking away from theirs and my two children. So that was something I sought therapy for, that at that moment, to seek help and how to navigate and kind of pull myself out of that in a healthy way. So I would say my journey started off with nourishing my soul in that way. And then I would also say my mind, right? With mental health, dealing with mental health, mine and those in my family who have mental illness. Let's just be real, it's mental illness. So in doing that, I also had started a floral business, which came about from COVID, and kind of pouring into that business, I realized that my personal health, like 2 years into throwing everything I had into that, I realized that my physical health had taken a backseat, and I was at a point where it was like, we have to make a change and put more into health and wellness, and then also realizing what truly serves and elicits long-lasting change when it comes to that. So that is where Flourish Wellness, for me, that just tapped on mind, body, and a soul connection. I think that the three of them are very important. I also feel that once you're led, guided to, or you start working in one of them, you are naturally going to take suit and kind of dibble dabble dive into the other aspects as well. with that being said, and all of the kind of self-care, self-love work that we constantly are doing to improve ourselves, and as they say, all things should be done in moderation, I am at a standstill where I feel like I have been doing so much to elicit change, and I can see and attest to the growth in how I'm living and moving now. Whether it's advocating for myself, whether it's seeing patterns that I once in the past would kind of fall for or be oblivious to. Now they are right in my face, and I know to steer clear of them to protect my peace and my energy and my family. Also, things to maybe not worry about and to just kind of like let them go by the wayside and have faith. I've also jumped into other ventures that I also feel like serve me in different ways, and that am developing my sense of purpose and also belief and also my why as to what I do day to day, and I have guidance and a focus on how to get there. But I think in doing all of those things, sometimes we need to just like pump the brakes and sit in it, rest, and just live. There's also that aspect of having fun and letting go and not being so meticulous about everything that we're doing in life, and just like rest and like enjoy it, and kind of like the fruit and harvest of our labor the work that we've put in. I feel like that's the part that I'm at in life right now in this stage. I know where I'm going and the plans that I have for myself and my family, my businesses, and pursuing my dream life. But I do think that while all of that's still on focus, that there is time and space and energy that can be given to just like maybe not doing a challenge, maybe for my health and wellness, and maybe just sticking to the habits that I've built. I tend to, and I've talked about this before, but get scared of like gaining the weight back or becoming unhealthy again. And I think that it's not so much about becoming unhealthy, it's that 80-20, right? And finding a way to make it all work to where you can enjoy, but also, and maybe indulge a little bit, but do it all simultaneously and move in a good direction and kind of have a checks and balance, but like not be so meticulous about everything. Also, another thing that I've been drawn to lately is to pivot and to because even if you are doing a challenge or you have goals set, life happens and things have to change. And so I feel like that I'm pivoting from where I was like so tunnel vision and like go to we need to pivot. And I think giving myself grace for where I'm at and where I've come from is a great place to sit in and like kind of celebrate that. And then also simplify so that I can maybe just calm down a little bit and, like I said, enjoy where I've come from, the journey, and just kind of, marinate in that. I hope that that's coming across. If that resonates with you, let me know in the comments what you think, or if you are kind of also in the same boat, or maybe if that's something that you needed to hear and that you're not also doing it, but that you had that aha moment, like, you know what, there's something to that. Because that's how I felt today. It was like an aha moment when she said, I need to give myself grace and not be so hard on myself. I was like, maybe that's what I need right now too. So kudos to her for saying that on my page, and kind of putting herself out there, because I also, in doing so, share your stories, share your comments, let me know, let other creators know where you're at on your journey and what your thoughts are, because it can be helpful. You never know how it'll impact somebody else. And I hope that this was impactful for you, but let me know where you're at and what you think. Alrighty, that's all I got for today.